Hi there, it's December 26th and time for Luke 26th. We're doing the New International, or the New King James Version this month, and paralleling that with the New Living Translation, just for fun. So, let's see what's going on here today. As snow in summer and rain in harvest, so honor is not fitting for a fool. Got that? Fix this camera. Like a flitting sparrow, like a flying swallow, so a curse without a cause shall not alight or land. Yep. An undeserved curse will not land on its intended victim. I like that. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the fool's back. Right. They used to beat their fools back then. They teach you not to be a fool or to keep your mouth shut. Verse 4, do not answer a fool according to his folly, lest you also be like him. In New International Version, or the New Living, it says, don't answer the foolish argument of fools, or you'll become as foolish as they are. Right? Don't argue. Some people are just not, not worth arguing with. They bring you down to their level. Okay, verse 5. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. You see, these seem to contradict each other, huh? So which is it? Even in the New Living, it says, be sure to answer the foolish arguments of fools, so they will become wise in their own estimation. Yeah, those are interesting. I'll just give those a highlight just for... Directly says the opposite, huh? He who sends the message by the hand of a fool cuts off his own feet and drinks violence. Right. Like the legs of the lame that hang limp is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Right. Like one who binds a stone in a sling is he who gives honor to a fool. If you tie the stone in a slingshot, it's not going to go anywhere. Like a thorn that goes into the hand of a drunkard is a proverb in the mouth of fools. The great God who formed everything gives the fool his hire and the transgressor his wages. What's that note there say? Hebrew difficult in verse 10. Oh yeah. Ancient and modern translators differ greatly. Weird. Verse 11. As a dog returns to his own vomit, so a fool repeats his folly. Right. Some people never learn. Do you see a man wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Yeah. People who think they know everything cannot be taught anything. Right. The lazy man says there's a lion in the road. A fierce lion is in the streets. Yeah. Now these are still the sayings of people that copied Solomon's Proverbs, because he says this before. As a door turns on its hinges, so does a lazy man on his bed. Keeps moving and not going anywhere. A lazy man buries his hand in the bowl. It wearies him to bring it back to his mouth. Just imagine somebody being that lazy. A lazy man is wiser in his own eyes than 7 who can answer sensibly. He who passes by and meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a dog by the ears. All right, not a good idea. Yeah, over here it says, interfering in someone else's argument is as foolish as yanking a dog's ears. Yeah. You want to get bit? Yank a dog's ears or get into somebody else's argument. They both turn around and punch you usually. Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death is the man who deceives his honor and says, I was only joking. That's always been very important to me. 18 and 19 over here. Just as damaging as a madman shooting a deadly weapon is someone who lies to a friend and then says, I was only joking. You ever say somebody to somebody just to get a laugh, and then they get all mad and you're like, I was only joking. But yeah, that's not joking, okay? Where there is no wood, the fire goes out. Where there is no talebearer, strife ceases. That's gossip. Gossip right there. And it says it over here. Fire goes out without wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. Right? God hates gossip. A charcoal is to burning coals, and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. And somebody who's argumentative. The words of a talebearer are like tasty trifles, and they go down into the inmost body. Look, there's lots of notes on that one. Slanderer or gossip. Wounds. Rooms of the belly. That's gossip. Yeah. And over here it just says rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart. Right. Rumors, gossip. Fervent lips with a wicked heart are like earthenware covered with silver dross. Fake. Right. Fervent lips. Smooth words may hide a wicked heart, just as a pretty glaze covers a clay pot. Yeah. You see these people, fast talk. They used to call them fast talking people. They're all dressed fancy in nice suits, but you tell inside it's just garbage. Fool some people. He who hates disguises it with his lips and lays up deceit within himself. Right. Right. That's over here. It says, people may cover their hatred with pleasant words, but they're deceiving you. Right. 25. When he speaks kindly, do not believe him. When there are 7 abominations in his heart. For there are 7 abominations in his heart. That's a note there. His voice is gracious. Right. They pretend to be kind, but don't believe them. Though his hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness will be revealed before the assembly. Right. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone will have it roll back on him. If you set a trap for others, you'll get caught in it yourself. And if you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. It's cool. And verse 28, a lying tongue hates those who are crushed by it, and a flattering mouth works ruin. Right. So, that's Proverbs 26. We didn't highlight a whole lot in here. These are the sayings of King Hezekiah's men that copied some of his stuff and put it down in writing. A lot of this Solomon's covers in his previous Proverbs that he actually wrote himself. Yeah. We did highlight 4 and 5 because it says both things, you know. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, lest you also be like him. And then 5, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. Because it depends on you, you know. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut, and sometimes you have to argue with them just so they won't think that they're smart and full of wisdom and stuff when you can prove them wrong. Yeah, I highlighted 18 and 19. Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, I was only joking. Right. Don't joke at other people's expense. There's people, even way back in the 50s, that, Milton Berle, people, old people that they make a living by standing on stage and tearing down other people, making them feel bad, whether it's a certain person or a job or a race. And they're only joking, but it hurts people, I've never thought that kind of comedy was funny, but a lot of people do. Yeah, I like this. And 20, we highlighted, where there is no wood, the fire goes out. And where there is no talebearer, strife ceases. Or, fire goes out without wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. Right. And that's what we highlighted. That's very simple Proverbs. Don't joke around at somebody else's expense. Don't argue with people that bring you down to their level. I guess unless they're saying something so utterly stupid that you have to set them straight so they don't think they're right. So, it's Proverbs 26. I hope everybody had a great Christmas yesterday. And a nice easy week, final week of the year. So, until next time, be good, be kind, be humble. See you later.